So today, we're going to be using one of you guys' decks, the Majestic Challenge, and see how well can I do. This time we're going to be using the Monkey King, Enchantress, Goblin, and the Treant. Basically, we're going to be trying to hyper boost the Goblin. Let's see if we can break the old record of 367 damage in one hit using this deck. My name is Mike, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Alrighty, shout out to the person down here for recommending me to try out this deck. Let's see if we can actually win. He starts off with Dancing Dragon. The Fire Clouds are actually pretty good in his favor. Hits the Enchantress for 93 damage and the Treant as well. And a little bit of burn onto the Monkey King. Nothing too crazy though. Would this be a good idea? I really don't know if we can actually hit the Wizard doing this. It would be great to hit the Wizard. No, we hit the Griffin using the Treant, but we don't hit the Wizard with the Goblin. That would have been decent damage. Alright, so he's going after the Treant. That's going to be a lot of damage since the Wizard... the Treant does have a lot of health, which is why we just took a bunch of damage right there, which is unfortunate. Right off the bat, I don't think we're going to win here. Right off the bat. Let's see if we can make the Treant hit someone here. There you go. Onto the Wizard. The Treant should survive this hit unless he gets a double hit or get burnt. Let's see. He got a double... Nope. He just got taken out, sadly. So we won't be able to use the Treant's buff with the Goblin, sadly. We can still try to win. Let's just see, though. Fire Clouds, pretty good right here to try to win this time. Just try to win. There you go. Woo! 154 damage in one hit. We actually took out the Wizard because of it. Let's go. All three of them took pretty good damage. Could definitely help me win here. That should miss a Goblin, please. Miss the Goblin, miss the Goblin. Thank you very much. Alright. Just take out the Griffin here. And then this should hit the Monkey King. Yes, we do. 212 damage to the Dancing Dragon. That is a new record for this run. Still trying to perform 367 damage. But let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 212 damage in one hit. That was very good. He's going to just take out... Well, that was definitely not a good play. And we just need 2 hits to take him out. Or even with the Fire Cloud. Can we actually just do this? Hit the Fire Cloud and then hit him. Yep, there you go. We got it. Plus, we actually burned him. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our first win. 212 damage. Pretty good, but still, of course, not a record-breaking good number. 367 damage, that's what we're looking for. Let's continue on. Alright, second match here. Come on, we just gotta try to perform this record. Just gotta try. Can we do it? I don't know. We'll find out. Blacksmith, Slime, Werewolf, Vampire. Okay. Kind of dangerous, but let's see if we can win here. He's going to buff up the Werewolf and the Slime. Hits my Goblin for a little bit of damage. We can buff up the Goblin here. Let's see if we can make the Goblin hit someone. 154 damage to the Blacksmith and the Vampire. Still, the record for this run is 212. He is going to lower my Goblin's damage, push it towards the Vampire to heal up. Okay. Okay. Really isn't much I can do here. Should we buff up the Treant? I guess we can buff up the Treant. We just took out the Vampire. Missed the Werewolf, but honestly, I think that's a good play since the Werewolf actually goes next. We don't want the Werewolf's ability to be activated for this turn. We'll just activate in the next turn if we focus on her. Monkey King is still alive. He almost died. This could be a game-breaking play right here. Yep. We just took out his Blacksmith, but honestly... the Blacksmith already did his job, so it was kind of unnecessary to take out the Blacksmith. Still missing the Werewolf, though, which is not good. He's going after my Goblin. Goblin might get taken out with a double hit. Misses the double hit. Okay. Fire Cloud still not in my favor. Hit the Slime and the Werewolf here. Werewolf gets like over 100 damage right there, which is not terrible. He will be taken out by Goblin, potentially the Monkey King as well. Yep, he does. All right, so how can we win here, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know if we can win here. We can definitely try. Keep hitting the werewolf. Let's see if this will buff up the treant. We did not buff up the treant, but we still did decent damage to both of them. But he might actually take out my treant right now. Well, the treant does have a lot of health. I don't expect him to take him out. There you go, 200 damage. Still quite a lot of damage. Hit the werewolf, I guess. Nice little double hit on both of them, but it's only 82 damage. It's because of the defensive buff. But this is where we're going to lose the treant. And he is going to hit the enchantress with the snowball. And of course a direct hit with the slime. Yeah, we're not going to win here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, especially since we're slowed down and we have to deal over 200 damage to both of them. There's just no way we're going to win here. Let's just continue on to the next match because there's no point in continuing on trying to win that match, unfortunately. But it's all good. Let's continue on. Alright guys, still trying to hyper boost. 212 damage is the best for this run. As you guys know. Buff up the Goblin. Let's see if we can make the Goblin hit the Skeleton for a decent amount of damage. 136 damage to the champion. Let me give him the good luck since he said good luck to me. Facing Skeleton with not the Phoenix is actually pretty weird. He is going to heal up the... Oh no, he's going to heal up the champion, but not the Skeleton. Okay. Look at this. We can actually buff up the Goblin here. Let's see how much damage we can do. Oh, we will never know. We will never know how much damage that would have been in one hit, but of course... We took out the skeleton when the skeleton was at low health. We will never know. Oh, wait a second. Look at this. If we can hit the paladin by doing a wall bounce, how much damage is this going to be? 335 damage. What? 335 damage, dude. Would that have been the record? I would need to do the math to see if that would have actually been the record if the paladin actually had more health. What a crazy play. Let's see if we can take out the skeleton. No, the skeleton stays alive, meaning that he'll get revived for this turn. 335 damage. The only way we can do this is just to perform it super quickly before they get too weak. And then just... Bro, it's just crazy. Deal damage to the champion right there. 335 is crazy, dude. Alright. He might heal up the skeleton and take out the goblin. But, I'm super happy with how much damage we have done, ladies and gentlemen. He's actually going after the champion, which is a very weird play. Deals damage to the Monkey King, which is pretty good. But still pretty surprised that he decided to go after the Monkey King. Or heal up the champion instead of healing up the skeleton. There you go. We just took out the champion. So skeleton and the paladin are left alive. He might heal up the skeleton, but there really isn't much he can do here. Takes out the goblin, okay. Well, I mean, we're going to win. I'm actually very happy that we did that much damage. Not sure if we can actually replicate that in this run, but honestly, at this point, you never know. Because I actually didn't expect to deal that much damage in one turn. We actually played very, very, very well. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a win. And a new record for this run, just shy of the record, but let's continue on. Alright guys, let's see if we can win here. Okay, we can buff up the... We'll buff up the goblin here, hit the fire clown, and then hit the enchantress. And, oh, we actually hit the werewolf. Whoa! 206 damage in the very first turn with a damage reduction. Plus over 100 damage right there. Honestly, pretty good start. Pretty good start. Monkey King does take quite a beating, but we're still fine. Kind of. We'll just do this, and then we'll hit the Jawsome. Also hitting the robot. Alright, Enchantress has to go next. This is where he can just buff up his heroes, like the werewolf right there. Taking out my Monkey King. And the Goblin is also dead. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think we're winning here. I don't think we're gonna win here. I guess we'll just hit the Enchantress maybe twice. Hopefully hit the robot. No, we don't hit the robot. We just hit the Enchantress twice. Buffed robot with the tankiness that he has. Plus he can place bombs. He is pretty dangerous. Plus he pushes a treant towards the Jawsome, getting that bit of damage. Good damage. I don't think we're winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Double hit the robot, and then we'll hit the Jawsome, please. There you go. Decent damage to both of them. Alright, Jawsome goes next. Yeah. I don't think we're winning here. I don't think so. I mean, we tried, but what am I supposed to do, right? Um, keep the robot up there, I guess. Oh, never mind. We actually took out the robot, but the bombs are going to deal damage to me, and that's going to be 134 damage, right? Because it does, yeah, 67 per bomb. So he's going to deal 134 damage to me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Deal damage to the werewolf since the werewolf doesn't go next for a couple of turns. But she is still alive. I thought they were going to take her out. Regardless, the Jossum is right there to take me out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our second loss. I mean, this could be a short run. It could be a very short run. But we actually did so much damage in one hit. I'm probably just going to keep the video here. So let's continue on. All right, guys. Um, we only have one life left to go. So hopefully we can still win here. Pirate goes first. All right. Pirate doesn't do too much. I mean, he does decent damage, but you know, it's the first turn of the match, so not to worry about it. Hits 3 heroes right there. Okay, nothing too crazy. Um, let's activate the trap and then we'll hit the pirate. There you go. Plus, we buffed up the goblin. This is where we can make some good plays right here, since his heroes are still kind of healthy. His genie goes next. He might just hit the monkey king here. Yep, 81 damage plus he hits the train for 105 because that's 20% max self damage to both of them. So we'll buff up the Monkey King plus activate the trap. 175 damage to the Jossum is actually pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, Werewolf goes next. He's going to hit the Pirate towards the Monkey King, potentially a double hit. Misses the double hit, but actually activates the trap up there. Pretty good for him. We might have to go for the trap. Yep, I'm going for the trap so that way he doesn't play the trap around, you know? Plus we also dealt damage to the genie, which is good for me. Alright, so he might take out the Monkey King right now. Monkey King, yep, the Monkey King dies. Unfortunately. So I won't be able to use, you know, his Fire Clouds right now, or at least for this turn. Werewolf takes a beating right there. Plus, everyone gets hit except the pirate. The pirate was actually just out of range. Goblin is still alive with 2 health. It's absurd. Now we can buff up the tree in here, hit the pirate and the Jossum. We just took out both of them. Let's go. All right, we just took out both of them. Genie goes next. He might focus on the treant since he does a lot of damage to the treant. No, he decides to go after the trap. That will miss the enchantress. We should focus on taking out his werewolf. Can we get a double hit though? Or potentially push him towards the treant by doing it like this. Yep, we did. Thankfully, push it towards the treant. So he needs a double hit on the treant, and I think he needs a triple hit on the enchantress. Let's see what he does. He is going for the hit on the treant. Nice little double hit, but that did not take out the enchantress. Let's go. We survived the match. Did not perform the hyper boost properly for this match, but still really, really good. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be yet again another good game. I mean, so far we're doing okay, you know. 3 wins, 2 losses. And we did get a pretty good, decent damage in 1 hit, so I'm pretty happy. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. 3 wins, 2 losses. Let's see. Enchantress Satyr combo. My Monkey King does go first. Not much I can do here. Try to push the Enchantress towards my side of the arena. Sorry about the notification that I just received. Let that go away. And let's see if we can win here. Frog Mystic does go next. Not to worry about the Frog Mystic plus. Yeah, I mean, the Frog Mystic is now the worst healer in the game, in my opinion. Pretty sure you guys agree with me. He is going to buff up the Frog Mystic. Hits the Treant and the Goblin. Very well played. Alright. Not sure if we can actually hit the Griffin using the Goblin, so I'm just going to hit the Frog Mystic here and then push the Treant towards the Griffin. Decent damage to the Frog Mystic and the Griffin. The Enchantress also takes a little little bit of damage. Enchantress does go next. He's actually going for damage instead of buffing up his heroes. Alright, my Goblin goes next. Let's see what kind of plays we can do to deal massive damage. I mean, you can just do this, hit the Fire Clouds. How much damage is this going to be? 277. And the Griffin survives. 277 is actually absurd. I mean, we still did 300, 300 over 330 damage, which is crazy. But 277 is obviously a lot of damage in one hit, But their heroes are still alive, which is unfortunately annoying. This should take out the Frog Mystic. Yep, we took out the Frog Mystic, so he cannot heal up, even though it is pretty difficult for him to heal up. But he might just buff up the Satyr here, unless he just wants to go for regular damage. Nope, he's going to buff up. Hits the Monkey King. Well played. 150 damage right there. Get the Fire Clouds and just hit the Satyr right there. We missed the Fire Cloud damage. We did take out the Griffin, but we actually missed the Fire Clouds. The Monkey King actually went in between the Fire Clouds, which is pretty annoying for me. Alright, so he'll take out my Monkey King here. Actually, the Monkey King should survive unless he gets a double hit. He actually got a double hit. Well played. Okay. We need to take out the Satyr. It's now or never. I'm kind of thinking here, if we hit the Treant like this, will the Enchantress go back to hit the Satyr? Since she is pretty lightweight? Let's find out. The snowballs hit the Satyr, but not the Enchantress. Are you kidding me? He can one-shot the Goblin in the Treant, but not the Enchantress. Alright, so still alive. Alright. Treant goes next, yes? Yeah, Treant goes next. We can one-shot the Satyr here. This should hit the Enchantress, hopefully. There you go. Towards my Enchantress. Let's go. Alright, so he basically has one more chance. He needs to triple hit the Enchantress and hit the Treant once. Or even double hit the Enchantress and with the Snowball he'll take me out, right? That was very close. That was actually pretty close. I thought the Snowball was going to take me out. Thankfully, it was not in range. So, we should win here. Yes? Yeah, right there, that's going to take her out. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our fourth match. This is just becoming... That was a brawl, basically. That was an insane brawl. Almost lost, but thankfully we're actually able to get the win right there for the fourth win. Let's continue on. All right, guys. I mean, we're doing okay. Can't complain. We got 4 wins with this hyper boost deck, so we're doing somewhat okay. Werewolf goes first, but the Jawsome gets the buff. That's good for me. He can still hit my my Treant with that Jawsome right there. He's actually going to try to push the Jawsome downwards. He completely whiffed the attack other than the Jawsome being there to deal damage. That's 94 damage, which is absurd. Let's see. I mean, should we just buff up? Buff up here. Make the Goblin hit the Warlord. The Jawsome, 236 damage. Plus 60, so... Almost 300 damage to the Jawsome right there. Pretty good start. Warlord gets a buff, and he does go next, so that's unfortunate for me. Let's see. Triple hits. That's unfortunate. Alright. I mean, we're gonna have to try to win now, so let's just push the Warlord towards the Goblin here. Look at that. Decent damage to both of them. That was really good. He should probably take out my Goblin. Should. He might focus on somebody else, but he should. He decided to go after the Treant instead. And the Monkey King, okay. Decent damage. Should we just poison the Werewolf? I guess we'll poison the Werewolf here. Yeah, we just poison the Werewolf. Even though that her ability got activated, I need to deal damage to her somehow, right? So that's why I did that. Just poison her so that way now she can take a little bit of damage every single turn. Decent damage overall right there. He did slow down my heroes, which is unfortunate. Buff up the Monkey King and then hit both the Jawsome and the Werewolf right there. We just took out the Jawsome, which is awesome. Alright, Werewolf goes next. I don't think we're winning here, though. I don't think we are winning here. He can one-shot, basically, the Monkey King Goblin. The Enchantress as well? He's going after the Goblin. It makes sense. You don't want the Goblin to stay alive because I can definitely just make a huge comeback right there. So there you go. I don't think we're winning here. We can try to still win. Let's see, just buff up the Monkey King and then hit the Warlord, hopefully the Slime. There you go. There you go. Decent damage to both of them. And the Warlord does go next. And he is kind of blocked by the Slime. But he can always just push the Slime towards my Monkey King just to take him out. So, the Monkey King is going to die. Oh, he missed the Monkey King. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He missed the Monkey King. Okay. We might actually win here. We just gotta do that. And there you go. Only the werewolf is left alive. And you know, she is taking damage every single turn because of the poison, and she does not have her werewolf form. He needs to take out my Monkey King. So he's going to get the double hit, survives with 1 health. The Fire Cloud, sadly, not in my favor right there, but this should be death if we can get a double hit. There you go. We actually got the double hit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. What a match, to say the least. What a match. That's going to be yet again another win. We got 5 wins. Very happy. Let's continue one. All right, guys. 5 wins. I'm going to assume that this is the deck that we're going to lose. We'll see, though. We'll see if we can get pretty lucky with the Fire Clouds and, you know, the positioning and the Goblin's damage and whatnot. Let's see if we can get pretty lucky. He's going after the Goblin and the Treant. Never mind, he's going after the Enchantress. Okay. Nice little double triple hit. Okay. Alright, so that's, you know, a lot of damage already right off the bat. I'm not sure going for... let's just do this. Hit the Naga, I guess. Oh! Oh! 212 damage plus like 160. Lots of damage to the Naga. But the Naga stays alive. And he is probably going to take out my Enchantress right now. Yeah, the Enchantress is dead, to say the least. Alright, so that's unfortunate. I don't think we're winning here. Definitely don't think so. Hit the Naga. Let's see if we can also push the Farmer towards the Monkey King. Yes, we do. That was 182 damage to the Farmer, which is pretty good. None of my heroes are enchanted, which is unfortunate, because we cannot remove the poison from the zombie anymore, meaning that the Striker is going to deal massive damage. Only hits the Treant, though, thankfully. And of course, the Farmer's just there being a nuisance right now. Let's do this. Let's see if we can just deal damage to the Farmer right there. 143. Sadly, not enough. The Farmer's behind the Striker, so he could just push the Striker towards the Treant. And that is probably going to... Yeah, that's going to take out the Treant. Well played. Let's see if the Fire Clouds are in my favor, because that's my final chance of winning. Not really. Not really, unless we get a Miracle Shot right here. Can we make the Goblin hit the Striker? Nope. I mean, I needed to do that, and of course I missed. So that's going to be our third and final loss. We're not winning here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we are not going to win here. I tried my best to take out the Striker the way that I did. Of course, I completely whiffed it. That, unfortunately, we're not going to win with the Monkey King. Even if we get, you know, the Fire Clouds lined up to deal massive damage, it is not going to be enough. So sadly, that is going to be our third and final loss. We did pretty good using a Hyper Boost deck. We actually got 5 wins using a Hyper Boost deck, which it usually doesn't happen. All I try to do is just to perform that insane damage that we can do in 1 hit. And we actually did it. We did like a 330 damage, more or less, which is pretty absurd. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Pretty good run, and the damage was awesome. Still not a personal best of 367 damage, but still very good damage overall. If you guys have any other recommendations that you want to see, just let me know down in the comments below, and that's what I'll do for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for the continued support. I will see you next one. Take care.